It's Media Monday. Cynthia Mallard here with you. Hey guys, good to see all of you. Thanks for checking back in just to start your week with me as we trade war stories, right? You give me something to help me, and I in turn try my best, right, to recollect on my career, my experiences, and just throw it back at you just to uplift you. So listen, you guys watching me, you're on YouTube. Be sure to hit that little red button, right, and subscribe, right? Also, you want to reach me, send me a question, whatever it is that you want to leave me. First of all, comment, right? Comment. But you can also email me at Studio Set Stage with me, Cynthia Mallard, okay? Studio Set Stage at gmail.com. Again, Studio Set Stage at gmail.com. So today's Media Mondays, very quick one, and I think it's one of common sense, right? So we are in the middle of a pandemic, right? It has basically shut down every facet of our lives, or the lives that we once knew, right? The way we are communicating is totally different, right? Who can say amen, right? Amen. Some of you are probably saying amen positively, and then some people are probably saying amen and thinking about all of the negative things that have happened, right? Well, let me tell you, just quickly, very briefly, I had a conversation with a couple of people just talking about how communication, for instance, like I said, has changed so much. No longer are we possibly going into our jobs. We are having to sit in front of a computer and use the various video conferencing software to reach out to our bosses, to our peers, even with education. I'm having to do it with my son. I'm using, you can use WebEx, you're using Zoom, you're using just a whole host of video conferencing that you have to, use a laptop or your smartphone. For face-to-face interaction, right? Just to remain safe. And then some of the comments, that I have heard, and I was asked to actually address this. Zoom, WebEx, yeah, it may be difficult, maybe a lot difficult, right? But I think we should welcome it. Yeah, I said it. I think we should welcome it. That's what I want to address for Media Mondays today. Communication is ever evolving. Nothing stays the same. I think about how much you have learned about video conferencing since the pandemic hit. You couldn't go to your school, or you couldn't go to whatever job that you hold, right? You were taking care of business at home, and you were face-to-face video conferencing within your home. And I know some of you are like, it's horrible. It puts a lot of constraints, a lot of sacrifices out there. I'm with you. I understand totally. But on the other hand, I'm really excited about this time. Very excited, overly excited. And I know there are some others, in the media world who are excited also, right? So what are we doing by video conferencing? We are booking our appointments. Again, like I said, we are talking to our bosses. We are conducting, we're doing our jobs, right? All from the comfort for some people, right? But we're doing everything. We're conducting everything from the comfort of our homes. And I think it's amazing. It's a new wave. Like I said, if you're going to be in this business of media, doesn't matter if it's online, broadcast, whatever medium, radio that you're using, you have to be willing to adapt. You have to be willing to adapt to change. So if the going thing now, just in case you haven't had to host a Zoom meeting, I have plenty of them by now. I wouldn't say I'm just the absolute expert, but I'm learning every day. I'm learning so much every day. Have you thought about if you just applied yourself? If you just changed your attitude toward just the whole video conferencing, the way we are communicating right now. How much more could you accomplish? I think about it all the time. I say, you know what? Before the pandemic hit, I used to have to go here and go there and go there and go here and go there and, worry about the traffic. And, I'm based out of Atlanta. Oh, so you know what that's like, right? Any major city. So video conferencing has been pretty sweet to me. We're doing auditions by video conferencing, whatever, app you're using, whether Zoom, WebEx, whatever. Talking to me, I'm talking to my son's teachers, right? Via video conferencing. And that's pretty cool, right? You're able to reach so many people via video conferencing. Yeah, there are some drawbacks, right? But with anything that's new or that's the next normal or the new normal, there's always a learning curve from what I have witnessed over the years, even in this business, no matter what business you're in, but definitely in media. There's a time when everything changes and the way we're communicating, the way we're disseminating information. You look at all the interviews that we're seeing, right? They're done by video conferencing. Yeah, all the interviews, think about it. If you're watching the news, you're seeing maybe your favorite journalist, your favorite anchor, they're interviewing your favorite people or getting the story to you by the video conferencing. Absolutely amazing, cutting edge and groundbreaking. That's the way I look at it. I really, really do. Because before long, you change your mind, you change your perspective on it. Before long, you'll be like, they'll say, well, how are we going to communicate? And you'll kind of look at them and say, what do you mean, how are we going to do it? Like we always do it. Video conference each other. That's the normal. That will be the normal. It is the normal now. So listen, be sure to comment. Drop a comment. You like this tip? You dislike the tip? Or even if you want to add something to it, okay? Bottom line, I'm just saying, get on board. Get on board, change your attitude, and you'll see how much further that you and I can go together in this media world, okay? So that's my spiel. Like I said, drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. You see that little red button? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Also share, okay? I need you to share. And email me, Cynthia Mallard. I'm at studiosetStage@gmail.com. You can also hit me at hearmetalk@gmail.com. Again, studiosetStage@gmail.com. And then Cynthia Mallard. And then hearmetalk@gmail.com. Love you guys for checking in with me this week.